area. Can you talk a little bit about what we call the Ring of Fire and how New Zealand sort of sits on that area?
Well, New Zealand is part of the plate boundary between the Australia and the Pacific plates. And in fact, the reason New Zealand sits above sea level is because it is this plate boundary, and the squashing and the deformation associated with that has actually brought it up out of the sea and made it stand out above sea level. Now, Christchurch itself is part of this plate boundary, but it's actually about 150 miles away from the main part of the plate boundary. But because it's in this zone where all the scrunching is going on, there's still the potential to have big earthquakes like we had in September and like we had yesterday.
Is there any indication that something like this, maybe there were signs that something like this was going to happen, like some of those aftershocks that have happened since September, or are we still kind of in the same place where forecasting an earthquake is very difficult?
Well, we're in the situation where forecasting earthquakes is extremely difficult. What we can say is that this earthquake happened in amongst an area where there had been aftershocks since the September event. So in that sense, we can say it's occurring in a place we expect. The size of the event and the timing of it is something we aren't in a position to really say anything about in advance. And that's really what makes them so devastating, is no one can plan for them.
Is this a sign that that area may be more active at this point, since we've had now 2 fairly major earthquakes within just 6 months?
It's certainly active in this time, but it's no more active than we would expect for a plate boundary region.
All right, Professor Kevin Furlong, thank you so much for taking time out with us, and obviously we'll continue to keep everyone posted on what's happening in New Zealand right now. Nick?
All right, appreciate the update. Thank you so much, Maria. And still ahead, did you enjoy the break? The West got much needed relief from last week's wet weather, but it's not going to last. Where the rain and the snow is already coming down and where it's headed, stay with us.
Oh yeah, we really loved our old washer. It was like a family member.
Honey, it's doing it again!
But all good things must come to an end.
And that's when Andrea here hooked us up.
I just let them know that nobody beats our prices and that we could deliver the next day for free.
And Lowe's even, called away the old one.
Yeah, we're really gonna miss that old thing.
You're kidding, right?
Oh, yeah.
Experience. Lowe's. Let's build something together.
I'm Robert Shapiro. Over 1 million people have discovered how easy it is to use LegalZoom for important legal documents. At LegalZoom, we'll help you incorporate your business, file a patent, make a will, and more. You can complete our online questions in minutes. Then we'll prepare your legal documents and deliver them directly to you. So start your business, protect your family, launch your dreams. At LegalZoom.com, we put the law on your side.
The inspiration for its shape was an archer drawing his bow. Could that have also inspired its 556 horsepower supercharged engine? The all-new Cadillac CT-SV Coupe. We don't just make luxury cars, we make Cadillacs.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Do you have breathing problems like asthma, chronic bronchitis, emphysema, or COPD? Then you may qualify for Medicare coverage of your respiratory medications. To see if you qualify, call Med4Home. Med4Home is a specialty pharmacy. They offer a wide variety of respiratory medications, which may be covered under your Medicare Part B benefits. Let Med4Home's team of experts work for you. They'll work directly with your doctor. They'll deliver right to your home and call you monthly for refills and to see how you're doing. Best of all, they'll handle the Medicare paperwork for you. It's so easy. And if you have supplemental insurance, there may be little or no out-of-pocket expense. Let Med4Home's team of experts work for you. Call Med4Home now to see if you qualify. For more information, call 1-800-914-0998. That's 1-800-914-0998.
A lot of weather,
brutally cold,
a big problem,
a lot of action across the country, cancellations across the board,
and a little fun.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Wake up with Al and your weather today. Weekday mornings from 6 to 11 Eastern on the Weather Channel.
Weeknights 8, 7 Central. The Weather Channel. Primed for excitement. And now, your local on the 8s.
Well, Pennsylvania continues to dig out from a record amount of snow, at least in some parts of the state. The storm dumped more than 7 inches in some areas yesterday alone. As you can see, the snow-covered lawns, cars even came up to Frosty's knees here. The bulk of the snow has moved out, but we still have a chance for a little more through the evening. So just a few little flakes of dandruff on Frosty's hair there. This is what we ended up with. 8 inches in Pittsburgh. Actually, it was about 7.9, I think, was the official total at the airport. But that was a record for the day. 7.3 at Altoona. We picked up 6 inches there around Philadelphia. And Baltimore, not as much, 3.2 inches. But just toward the north, many areas got 6 or 7 inches. Still a little bit more here around western Pennsylvania down into West Virginia. We're seeing some of that fall around Ohio, and it's just very lightly still falling here as it has been much of the day around the Indianapolis area. Continuing to see cold air making its presence known toward the north, a very warm air toward the south. Just a big time temperature difference here. As we head through the next few days, we'll continue to see that difference, but also carving out even colder air here toward many areas of the west as that trough continues to dig. Meantime, we still are dealing with those well above average temperatures here around the southern regions and well below toward the north through the end of the week. Now, let's head westward and get a good look at what's going on here.
Well, good, maybe not such a good word, right? We've got some pretty nasty weather headed your way, Portland. You're looking at cloudy skies, 43 degrees, and a winter storm watch in effect. And we could see several inches of snow by the time tomorrow wraps up. So any rain that we see, we're going to start to see that change over to snow overnight. Could be pretty significant for you, Portland. Across the west, right now, things overall fairly quiet, but things are really going to pick up in activity, especially across the northwest and eventually through the entire west. That's where we're finding our precipitation right now. Here we have the winter storm warnings posted in white for Idaho, Montana, also for the higher elevations in Oregon and in Washington state, where we've already seen some really interesting weather and expecting about 8 to 16 inches of snow in through the Cascades. So the Snoqualmie, Stevens, and White passes will be impacted as things begin to pick up overnight tonight. We had a report of thunder snow in Everett, so just a sign of how active this next little wave coming on shore is. Along with that, it's also bringing the temperatures down. We're still expecting 5 to 15 degrees below average through much of the week, maybe up to 40 degrees below the average into the late week and through the northern Rockies. So snow is going to continue to move into Seattle, Portland, so those elevations coming down. We've got rain and perhaps even snow coming into San Francisco, watching that down to Los Angeles. So very unsettled across the west, and it's going to stay that way through the week. Nick.
Well, let's take you to Wheeling, West Virginia. Actually, the courtesy of our eyewitness viewer, Lynn Michelle. She got her camera out, took some pictures, and got some sound. Yeah, a little thunder snow action going on here in Wheeling just last night. They picked up a good amount of snow in this area, too. What a messy commute they had about this time yesterday. Well, you can't let the weather stop you, right? And that was the case with these kids in Canton, Ohio. They apparently were just, you know, plowing through, maybe not riding their bikes, but walking them. They've got places to go and things to do. You can tell that just by their on a mission here. Well, in Brandon, Oregon, we've got this view from Wanda Young. She took the beautiful blue sky and the beautiful beach here, but things are looking very different, as we just saw in Oregon, and will continue to look very different here in the days to come. Maybe even a little bit of snow on the beaches. Well, if you see it, send it. Email those pictures and video to eyewitness@weather.com.
Master photographer Peter Lik is taking us to America's most spectacular places to bring you the perfect snapshot. Check it out.
I'm out here in Glacier National Park, and they call this place the crown jewel of the continent. Out here, the weather's just constantly changing. You know, 5 minutes ago it was snowing, now the sun's out, so who knows what's going to happen at sunset. And that's the beauty of photography. You never know what Mother Nature's going to dish up. Look at that magnificent scene out there. You've got these shafts of light coming through one way and wispy clouds another way. Look at Mother Nature, just so magnificent and so epic.
You can see much more of Peter Lik's report from Glacier National Park tomorrow morning, beginning on Wake Up Without. And by the way, Peter's new original series, From the Edge, that premieres in late March. We'll have a closer look at this exciting new series tomorrow morning on Your Weather Today.
And there's a Facebook fan page already set up, so check that out.
There you go.
Well, we've got continuing coverage of the deadly earthquake that rocked New Zealand. We'll have a full report and the very latest updates when we return.
And the East Coast is digging out from yesterday's snowfall, and the South bracing for what's expected to be a stormy end to the work week.
And it might be the world's largest igloo. The people of New Brunswick, Canada, hope to have this massive igloo in the Guinness Book of World Records. It's nearly 30 feet in diameter, more than a meter larger than the current world record holder. We'll leave you with that.
Hi, we're looking to save some money on our car insurance.
Great! At Progressive, you can compare rates side by side so you get the same coverage, often for less.
Wow, that is huge.
And this is to remind you that you could save hundreds.
Yeah, that'll certainly stick with me.
We'll take it.
Go, big money! I mean, go, it's your break, honey.
Same coverage, more savings. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today. What will your Disney memory be? Will it be galactic battles? Or heroic fights? Following the leader? Or going with the flow? Soaring free? Or simply feeling free?
You can make your Disney memories happen right now at a price that's right for you, including hotel rooms for as low as $85 per night plus tax at select Disney Value Resorts.
So let the memories begin at the place where dreams come true.
What's small, red, powerful, and helps support cardiovascular health? Mega Red Omega-3 Krill Oil from Schiff. Unlike fish oil soft gels, Mega Red soft gels are small and easy to swallow, with no fishy smell or aftertaste. Mega Red is 100% pure krill oil with fast-absorbing phospholipid omega-3s. And you only need one small Mega Red per day to get all its benefits. Call or go online for a valuable coupon. Help keep your heart healthy. Try Mega Red today.
Little Owen wanted to play, but his nose was raw and sore. And common tissue made it burn even more. New Puffs Plus lotion is more soothing than common tissue, and it delivers twice the moisturizers to your nose versus the next leading lotion tissue. And nose in need deserves Puffs Plus lotion indeed. When you prefer a lotion-free tissue, try Puffs Ultra Soft and Strong.
Jet engines that have fewer emissions, to new ways to charge electric cars, to renewable sources of clean energy. Eco-Imagination from GE is advanced technology that's good for both the economy and the environment. It's technology that makes the world work.
Weekday mornings, wake up with Al.
Look at how far south this snow extends.
Your daily forecast and news headlines.
This will be one of the coldest days so far this season.
Wake up with Al. Weekday mornings at 6 and 10 Eastern on the Weather Channel.
The Weather Channel is brought to you by this cable or satellite provider. You can also get reliable forecasts from the Weather Channel through this radio station or newspaper.
Great stories, great shows. The Weather Channel. Pride for excitement. And now, your
local on the 8s.